What is up, everybody? Dan and the Fireman here. There is a sale going on right now. Go Practice 15 for 15% off the training drill booklet. And let me go ahead and pause this real quick. You're going to get the rescue booklet with it and the rescue card with it. Sale ends on Monday, the 29th. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's get into this video, though. Wessel Jan, we got an open lane pattern, got merged into. You guys saw the open lane pattern. I know it was kind of started off right at the beginning. Let's go ahead and see if I can pause it right at the beginning. Okay, so here we go. Open lane pattern. So you guys don't know what that is. We're going to go over it real quick. This vehicle is going slower than this vehicle wants. This vehicle sees that it's an open... Oh, that's a terrible arrow. Let's go ahead and start that over. It's an open lane. Does not see us because it's a blind spot. They're probably not even looking, to be honest. But if they were trying to, they're only looking in their side mirrors. They're not doing a head check like we do. And so they're like, yeah, I'm going to go into there because this lane is moving quicker. Well, guess what? We're in that lane, so we kind of got stuck. We're kind of in a position where now, what do? So this is just explaining this driver's behavior, and it explains your behavior too, because you do the same thing. I know you do. I do. I check my blind spots, though, but I want to get in the faster lane. I don't want to be stuck behind someone. I have a better space cushion. I want to be able to see further than right behind this person. So anyways, what do? Because that's all we have control over, right? Is our own skill set, our own safety. We can't trust other people to have that for us. Well, as soon as we see this person come out, we can get ourselves in a better position. Just do a quick little lane change. Accelerate through, since we are in an area where we could accelerate. And if you have a fast bike, you could do that at highway speeds. If you have a slower bike, you might have to do some progressive braking instead. So the goal is to become staggered once again with this vehicle right here. So we either stagger in the front or stagger in the back, just like if we're in a group ride. Okay, we're not trying to, in group rides, we're not supposed to be moving back and forth, but we're going to try to put ourselves in a staggered position. So either accelerate into that open space or decelerate behind them into an open space. So they start switching over. As soon as you see that tire crosses that line, they're either not paying attention, but if you can see this pattern, you know their intention is to switch over. So accelerate if you can. Now we're in a staggered position, and we're good. And he positioned himself off to the side. Very good. Very good. That's how you handle those. It's simple. It's simple. You can do that in your car. There we go. G1 Rubs. That's the name. Okay, somebody's getting a little angry. Just exactly do that. Let the idiot be in front. Let them be in front. Good for you. You got one position ahead of everyone else. All right, sheriff. Ooh, here we go. Just pulling up to a sheriff. He wants to get those views. Have some fun, but...
Have a good day.
All right, moving on.
That was
Same person, I think. ZJ, right?
Like that.
Anyways.
One of the drivers completely didn't expect it.
Okay, so we're... Oh, there's that open lane pattern, but it's a parking spot. Don't recommend passing on the right anywhere. Now, I get it. Some of you guys drive and ride in areas where you're on, like, the left side, which is not America. But in America, or those that drive on the right, don't pass on the right. You don't know what they're going to do if they're going to park. They have ample opportunities to park, to turn right, to, I don't know, there's other stuff, I'm sure. But there's so many more reasons to do this than it is to cross a double yellow. And so they're going to do it. Kind of your fault. Here we go, having some fun, some dirt roads. The 360 camera. Oh, lost a little traction. A little fishtailing. You guys saw that. A little fishtailing. Put her foot down to hopefully, some outriggers. So there looks like a little bit of braking. We're braking just a little bit. You see that front end dive. Watch the front end. So the headlight, you'll see the headlight kind of move down a little bit. There it is. So he's applying the brakes, maybe front and rear, maybe a lot of rear. And then there's that rear tire sliding out to the side, his right side. I wonder why he was applying the brakes so hard. Was there a turn coming up? Was there a gate that we didn't see until last second? Like, what was it? Okay, we have somebody come out. Good job with the progressive braking. Good job with the progressive braking. That's an interesting handhold position on the throttle. Now, if you can't reach your front brakes, I don't know, like that's weird. It's usually more flared out on the ends. It's like if you can't reach your front brakes, get some levers that have, and then even clutch too. Get some levers that are adjustable so you can reach it better. But this is an interesting, right on the ends. I don't know why it's all the way on the ends. You don't get a lot. I wonder if it's like his last 2 fingers are like hanging off. You know? I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, they pulled out. You did a good job with the progressive braking. Hey, we're on a track. Somebody crashed. They hit the tires too. Hopefully nothing broken, but the fact that we're not getting up is not a good sign. Maybe he's got a little concussion going on.
Yeah.
Looks like a track guy with the camera, because that looked like a scooter, a little scooter. So he's not getting, oh, he's getting up now. That's good. Standing up, that's good. But he needs to lean. Ooh, that arm. Let's go back. Why is his hand frozen like that? Probably broke his radius and ulna. Maybe a wrist. Let's take a look when he stands up. So that left arm. So he puts weight on that right arm. Look at that left arm. The hand. It's frozen. Probably got a broken arm. Probably not a collarbone because he wouldn't be doing that with it. Maybe, well, you know, maybe, because part of a sling and swath with a collarbone break is to, because right now, like if I broke my right collarbone, right here, right now you have some musculoskeletal stability, so it's like scaffolding. Bones are like scaffolding. So if you break it, you're gonna have a lot of weight, and you're gonna feel that. And so with the sling and swath, what you're doing is taking the weight off that joint or the broken piece of the bone, so it's not like scraping. So it's doing that. So maybe he's putting his arm on there to do that. But either way, that left arm, there's something broken there. There's definitely something broken there. It's probably his wrist. And we talk about mechanism injury here. Let's take a look at what we did. We're coming up. So left side, right? Left wrist. Let's say left wrist. We'll start there. If he fell down sliding left, right? Because if this is the direction of the turn and he ended up there and he did a low side, and he put his hand down, probably broke his wrist, maybe his radius and ulna, and then maybe we do have a collarbone or a shoulder injury, and that's why he's over there. So when we talk about mechanism injury, that's kind of, we're seeing some of that right now. It's pretty cool. Not the crash, not the broken parts, but the fact that we're learning a little bit here. So he fell down low side, put his hand down, maybe broke his wrist, something in his arm. He's using his right hand only to do stuff. He's using his right hand to push off the ground, and his wrist is straight. Yeah, he's not bending his wrist. Jaywalk nearly got knocked down. Okay. Has the audacity to scold me, bad word. Here we go. We got anybody going to turn in front of us? We do have a wet road. Oh, birdie got hit. Almost hit us. Careful on those wet roads. Total stopping distance will be increased. Okay, we have watch. Yeah, I was gonna say watch out. It's a Prius. It's a Prius. Good job with the progressive braking. What I was saying here is that we pull out, and you see the running lights on some of these vehicles. So we have running lights here, so you know somebody's in this vehicle. Nobody's in this vehicle, or at least it's not on. But this one right here, somebody's in there. You don't know if they're gonna pull out. Okay, so when it comes to position for safety, I like to be as close to the center line here because then it's going to give me this whole space cushion. So if anybody does pull out, I'm able to either accelerate past or swerve a little bit and then obviously swerve back as best I can. But it's going to give me room. So instead of being like right here and having to swerve hard to get around the vehicle, yeah. So position for safety is huge. And then this person comes out. So right now we can make 2 choices. Is accelerate and swerve. Well, a few of them, but accelerate and swerve, regular swerve, maintain our speed, or decelerate. And the best way to decelerate is progressive braking, using that front brake and rear brake at the same time, but you get most of your braking power from that front brake. So nice squeeze, just like your squeeze. I haven't used this in a long time, It's like squeezing orange juice, okay? You got a glass. Let's say you're doing it the old-fashioned way. You got half an orange, and you're going to go ahead and squeeze gently. First, you're going to start off, okay? You're going to get a little bit, but then if you just don't give it any more, it's not going to get you any more juice. So you have to squeeze a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, until you finally get it all out. And then you can start kind of squeezing it. You don't want to just slam it, because then you're going to get juice everywhere, okay? You want to do it nice and progressively, okay? 10% at a time. Same thing with braking. Once you get some of that weight on that front tire, you'll feel it once you start practicing your Smart Rider drills, which is there's a sale going on right now for this weekend. You'll start to understand and you'll feel that weight transfer, and then you can actually squeeze a little bit faster, just a little bit, squeezing it though. And so he just did great progressive braking right here. Great progressive braking. Vroom. Okay, anybody gonna pop out? Is intersection orange stage situation here. Okay. Are you supposed to go over that circle, or are you supposed to stay right? For those of you that, you know, are here, I don't know where this is. Are you supposed to stay on the road and go, or could you cross like that? Write in the comments. Because I'm assuming if we stayed on the road, we would have been behind the vehicle by the time this vehicle was like right here. And then we could have continued going. But the fact that we did this puts us in an intersecting area. Write in the comments. I don't know. We don't have a lot of these. To me, it just makes sense based on design of the road. You're supposed to stay on the road. Okay, so interesting choice of music. What do we got here? Open lane pattern. Good job positioning yourself off to the side. So we have an open lane pattern here, everybody. Our lane is moving quicker than their lane. They didn't check their blind spots and just swerved over. And all we can do right at this point is to decelerate and do some progressive braking. That's an open lane pattern. So be very careful. Best way to really kind of mitigate some of these things is position yourself in a good position for safety. So if we're off over here, then we would have gotten hit. If we're off right here in the middle, we can probably swerve over to the next lane and then decelerate. But if we're off over here, because then we're able to see past this vehicle, we know that this line is taking forever. We see the open lane pattern. We can see past this vehicle. We can accelerate into a lane splitting position if we needed to, but best choice would be to decelerate, because we do have this median here. That'd be kind of tough to do. So position for safety, right? So left, center, and right. Not good, because we're close to all these dum-dums that might want to pop out because we recognize the pattern. This is okay just based off the space cushions of these people, but you have a terrible line of sight here. This is my favorite in this position, because then you have great line of sight. You can make adjustments based off of somebody braking in front of this truck. And you have a great space cushion for many dum-dums over here. And all you have to do is decelerate. That's something that we can do as motorcyclists. As a car, you're kind of screwed, to be honest. The best thing you can do is just be aware and apply the brakes hard. All right, here we go. Going pretty fast, faster than the flow of traffic. Open lane pattern. They didn't want to go left, so they went straight. Not a big deal. Happens. Did decent on the deceleration. Getting angry because they weren't going as fast as you were. So the flow of traffic means you're going with the flow of everyone else. See if I can see their speedo. Nope. You're supposed to be going with the flow with everyone else. It's a 35. I doubt we're going 35. I'm pretty sure everyone else is going 35, maybe even 40. So we're probably going 45 to 50. Easy. So when this person switched out, they're assuming that there's no vehicles that are going to catch up. And we get mad because nobody's going our speed. It's very egocentric. Very egocentric. Look, we're catching up and passing everyone. We have a whole new open lane pattern situation here. All right, moving on. Dangerous rider almost crashed 2 cars and fell on the side of the road, but saved each time. So the reason why I was pointing out all this stuff, I want to make it very clear, okay? I'm not just pointing out to critique. I'm pointing it out to show you guys, because I see a lot of comments later on. They're like, oh, 99% of these crashes and close calls are because the rider's going too fast. quite literally is the case. And I'm pointing out the obvious here. And this is supposed to be common sense, but it's not very common. So pointing out the obvious is that you have to regulate your own speed, regulate your own emotion, basically. You're super excited, so you start to accelerate pretty hard. Regulate that. You're supposed to be going with the flow of traffic for your own safety for a reason. You're going to lose every single one of these fights with a car. They have a protection system. They have airbags, seatbelts, crumple zones, roll cage, all these different things, law of gross tonnage. You're going to bounce off of them. What you have is maybe gear, maybe motorcycle gear, and half of these people don't even wear that. So I'm just trying to point out the obvious things here, and I'm hoping this is one of them. That's what I was pointing out. I'm not critiquing to critique. I'm critiquing and showing so that you can see what you could be doing differently, and it's like obvious. All right, so not a good spot. Not a good spot. Don't like it. I'd just switch to a different lane. Being right behind. But I mean, if our lane's moving, then just kind of increase your space cushion. Put yourself in a good position so you have a good line of sight and escape route. But you're kind of stuck in traffic. If you're able to lane split and filter in this area, I wouldn't do it with the semi. I would do it with these other smaller vehicles. But what we're doing with the guy with the camera, and that's fine. Somebody comes in, that was an open lane pattern. You see how they just let him in? Not a big deal. This is actually it's like two different things that we can learn from here. We have a good space cushion. We can react at this speed at any point. The other rider is impatient, puts himself in a terrible space cushion that has to react immediately quick on anything. And it's an open lane pattern where that red vehicle pops out. So we allowed the space cushion for somebody to pop into that open lane pattern. That's fine. They took part of our space cushion. Now what we do when they took our space cushion is that we roll off the throttle a little bit, increase, and make another space cushion. So they came in. That guy almost got hit. We're good. And we just allow them to continue on, and we create a new space cushion. At the end of the day, you're going to get there maybe 30 seconds slower. I don't know, if you're listening to a good song, you might want those 30 seconds. Not a big deal. Open lane pattern right here. Look at that. I would not want to be stuck behind that truck with that whatever the heck is on the back of that. If I was that black car, I'd switch over. If I was that white car, I'd probably switch over. I'm going to do a head check. I'm going to make sure nobody's there, and then I'm going to switch over. Let's see what happens here. Right? Right? If you know they're going to do that, you don't get pissed. You don't get pissed. You feel like you're telepathic. You feel like you have this sixth sense when you're out riding a motorcycle or driving a car now at that point too. It's like you feel like you entered a new level of competency to where you're just like, I knew you were going to do that. And make it like a party trick. Imagine you have like your girlfriend or your friends or whatever, be like, watch, this person's going to pop out. 3, 2, whatever you want to do. And you're going to look cool. I don't know. Maybe your friends think that sounds cool, but I don't know. Here we go. What do we got here? Car wash, lemonade. Ah, yeah.
How you guys doing?
I'd just give them a couple bucks. I wouldn't be able to drink it right then and there. There you go. There you go. He's got a Ridge wallet. Mine's... Oh, in my pack. I got one too. Do the same thing.
I don't got time for a lemonade, but I got time for a donation.
Exactly. Millie 707, that was great. Good, you made their day. I love to end it on a note like that, guys. Make sure you grab yourself a donut, and let's go ahead and make myself bigger there, right there. We do have the sale going on right now, 15% off. Go Practice 15. You're going to get the rescue booklet and the rescue card with it. It's only until Monday. But I'll see you guys on the next video.